Hello everybody and welcome back to the Pichonnière Valley. So we're just returning from going to the store because we do have our, what's it called, mail juice in the back. We do need to find, so we've got a workshop there, we need to find somewhere to really store this, where I am going to say, do we put it in our, we either put it in the milking parlour, in here. Oh, there's loads of room in here. I didn't realise we had all this back here. So we'll put it into here. That makes the most amount of sense. Let's just get these straps off. So by accident, I forgot what it was called. So I did have to go look, and by accident I bought another cylinder of it. So that should just be not the right way to throw it around. But yeah, that's one straw in that of male juice. So we'll put that there, and let's go get this other one. Pick this up. There's 6 straws in here. They're all from the same bull, or the same male, however this game wants to say it. Which, to be fair, is that the bull's ID on there? 573528. Yeah, it is. So that tells us it's the exact same bull. So we've got 7 straws to go up there. But right, I would like to... where can we park this up out of the road at the minute? Should we take this back to the garage? As you can tell, it's the first time I've driven this since we've had it, and that's now 2 save games, because obviously this is a new one. But we will just reverse it back up into here, I think, for now. Like so. And by the looks of it, there's oil stains on the floor there. Yes, it's been sat. You can tell it's been sat a while then. Right, let's turn that off and find this. I don't think we will need the forage wagon for a little while. So do we... Is there anywhere up here we can park it just to keep it out of the road? Or do we just reverse it by the side of our straw barn? That's the one thing this farmyard is really missing, is storage. Places to store stuff. Everything just seems to be all to do for the cows. But right, let's reverse that into there. Like so. Now where is our slurry tank? I can't remember where it is, and I think this one, that's the water tank, which it'll be nice to get away from those because the water tank and the slurry tank both look the exact same. Here it is. Yeah, they're very, very similar, so it's always gets slightly confusing when you're looking at them. I'm doing this all in this month because I can see where I'm spreading. It just means that I don't have to use the GPS, which I am trying to avoid. And luckily, that's already full. So there's 3,200 litres of slurry there. If we go to the big calf barn, we have here slurry, 16,500. So we're going to have more than enough slurry for what we need for to do these 2 fields. And there we have it. So this is our first field done. I think I'm going to use, or should I look at using the manure for the next field? Because I don't think we're going to have enough to finish this one, to finish the next one, I should say, with slurry. Right, let's move this over to here. I will also just check. So let's fill that up and let's just check our top field 8. Interesting, so that only has 1 layer of fertiliser on it. So if we use this may be a better option, and actually use solid fertiliser. If I'd remembered that, I would have spread something on it before we drilled it, because I don't know what its growth stage is like now. But yeah, so we will whiz up there. We'll just drop this weight off here, and I believe these are narrow tyres on here, so we're better off using this for this spreader. And typical, we've knocked it facing the wrong way. Right, let's just try reversing at this sort of an angle. Get that. It's a 1,000 litre fertiliser spreader, that's brilliant. Right, let's go up to here and just see what's happening. I'm hoping it hasn't greened up, but I would imagine, I'm going to take a guess that it has. Right. Oh, but with it being maize, we should be able to see roughly on the ground where we've been. Please don't do crop destruction. Oh, amazing. Right. Let's get this second layer of fertiliser on here. And what I probably will do, so let's turn that on and see how far is that spreading. Fairly far. What I'll probably do is I'll get this spread, because this won't take any time at all, and then we'll take this down to our manure clamp, and we'll get spreading from there, because we'll have to use this to load up out of that pit into the trailer. So after this pass, I believe that is all our fields fertilised. It's quite nice, we've used up the majority of the manure, and what I am going to do is we will just go back, fill this up, and then it should hopefully clear out the whole of that clamp for us. And then I want to try have a look, before we move on, I just want to have a look at prices for silage, because we've got those bales of silage, which I'm toying with selling them just to get some money back into the bank, just in case, because I know we're on 1,165, but I just don't like looking at that, at having so little money in the bank. But right, let's just load this up quickly, which shouldn't take too long at all. So this last little bit under the trailer, can we get it without doing too much damage? Yes, of course we can. So that is this all empty. So we'll take this up to the top, because I think regardless, it'll either be this month or next month we'll be selling these silage bales, whichever month holds the greater value. So silage, we want to go down onto here. Where are you? I've probably gone over it loads of times. There we go. We couldn't have got a worse month for it. So it is meant to go slightly up in June. Do we risk it and not sell them? Because look at those prices. It's really not worth doing, especially when, what does it say? It can get up to... Oh, actually, it's hardly moving in price at all, so we can just sell silage as and when we like. So we'll do. I'll go sell these silage bales now, get rid of them, and get some money in. So we'll take this up to the top. We'll come back, get the bring the massey up, and we'll bring our grain trailer up. So just for now, we'll leave this down here. We'll put this on. Take this back up to the top where it can stay for the meanwhile. Probably park this just over here, I think. It's like I say, it's hard to find where to put stuff because you don't really have too much storage. But let's just put that there, and then we'll go put the bale trailer on. So we'll reverse onto here, like so. And how many bales do we actually have in here of silage? So we've got 10. So let's get all 10 bales out. And can this? I don't know whether this can lift 4 in one go, but we'll soon find out, won't we? So we'll try to see if we can get these 4. I've got the biggest weight we've got on the farm, so if it can't, nope. So that is, we just do 2 at a time, which I think will be more than adequate. I think that's how we got them on, was 2 at a time. Right, let's lift those 2. Yeah, definitely 2 at a time. And where are we going to go sell these? 362. So there's the animal dealer's the best place to go. So right, we'll get these loaded up and we'll get these sold. Like a labyrinth around here of just an absolute maze. It must take him forever to do to make the map. Right, I've got used to going to the animal sell point, not going to where we need to sell the silage, which is around the back here. I have to say I am well impressed with how we stack them bales onto there. Definitely for me, stacking them end on end like that is much easier than doing them side by side. Although in real life, when I've done it, I've done it side by side. But right, let's sell these. So that's got us £13,302. Shall we go? Let's go this way. £13,302, which I think for a trailer load of silage, we were selling them for £5,000, I think. This is something I love about 25, is these puddles and the way the water reacts with your vehicles. You know, vehicles and implements is amazing. And is that down there? Is that another playable farm? I would imagine that would be more on the bigger scale, an arable, maybe. But right, let's make our way back to the farm. I think the only thing we need to go check is the chickens and the eggs. I can't remember whether we've sold any eggs yet or whether we've done anything with the eggs. Because if so, we may have to get. There's plenty there. We may have to then go get them out with the John Deere. I do love driving around this map. It is lovely. It takes forever to get everywhere because there's such windy roads. You know, nothing's in a direct route. But it is a lovely drive nonetheless. So I have seen there is a Deadwood contract, which is something I'm quite tempted to maybe go have a look, which if we do, I'll take the John Deere with us to go do that. That one there. So 1350. How many trees is there? 9 trees to go find and cut down, which wouldn't be too big of a job. And here, so it looks like we've got slot for 6 to get 6 pallets in there, and currently we're only 1 and a tiny little bit. So let's find this. I reckon that grab should be able to pick up these, because I'm half toying. If we keep the timber or load it up, maybe we'll go have a look and see. But if we take this with us, it gives us the option, and if we do want to load up with the timber, we can do. I believe that the sale value of the timber is next to nothing, but there's more value if you were to put it into, if you had a sawmill or something of the like. But right, let's spin round here. Let's find the contract again, because I think it's just beneath the farm. Yeah, so outright and on the left. So accept contract, and let's go find it. I haven't checked, but I'm hoping I haven't done one of those silly things where I've left my chainsaw somewhere else. But right, I imagine that's going to be one. Let's get the map up. Right, we're in the circle. Chainsaw? Yes. Right. Will they all be marked, the ones that we want to cut down? Well, that one's got a mark on it, so I'm going to say yes. Right, we'll get cracked on, we'll get these cut. Well, I can't remember ever having this problem before. Normally it used to be, or at least I'm sure it was always, you just found a dead tree and it would be all the dead trees in that area. Here there's loads. And trying to find the ones with the marks on is quite hard. Luckily there was 2 here, but the likes of that one, there's no marks on it, so I don't want to cut it down just in case we get fined for it or lose money. The only other possibility is that one. See how it's hidden in there? There was another tree. That one just there in front of us, that was sort of hidden. Right, let's cut this one down. And I think I'm not going to bother with bringing the timber back. I think we're just going to cut and run. So that is that finished. And we shouldn't have got fined there because, like I say, I did make sure we cut all the ones with the marks on, but you can just see how many there are still standing of deadwood trees. Right, let's get ourselves back to the farm. I think I'm going to leave this as a bit of a parking ground for our machinery, because I don't believe we can actually use these barns. If we can, then I'll probably look at doing something else with them. But for the time being, let's just drop that trailer off there. For the time being, this is probably what they're good for. I'm going to bet this door opens now. Yes. So I'd really say it's only very much. Okay, so we could get a tractor in there. We could get a tractor. We could get a trailer in there. A trailer in there. So that gets 2 out of being out of here. What is there over here? I haven't really explored these buildings too much. Is this storage? Okay, so we can start looking to store a lot of stuff up here. This is what we'll start to do now, just to try keep the yard a bit tidier than what it is. Although there is a big lip there. And we can also get something in there. But, right, let's go and collect on that contract. So £1,350, collect, thank you very much. And if we just take a look over here to fertilisation, failed 8 for the fully fertilised, 4 is fully fertilised, 1 is as near as it can be, and so is filled 2. So I reckon we'll leave it there for this episode. So I just want to say thank you very much for watching. I hope you've all liked and enjoyed the video, and I'll see you again in the next one. Bye for now.